Chris, thank you very much for sitting down with us ahead of the game against Charlton. It's been a busy couple of weeks game-wise for your squad. How are the lads feeling going into this one?
Yeah, they're feeling good. They've refreshed since our last game, and good training session today. And we're looking forward to getting down there to London and ready to go.
Has there been a lot of recovery work recently as well to make sure that they can go back out there tomorrow feeling 100%?
Yeah, there's been a lot of that. The medical team, science team do a good job in terms of that and making sure the players are recovered. It takes a lot of discipline from the players to do the right things when you've played games. But it's another game for us. As I said to the players, it's October. We've got plenty of energy in the legs. We're not 9 months into the season. We've got plenty of energy for these kind of weeks. So I'm really looking forward to the game.
It feels like your team just keeps finding ways to win at the moment, even in those difficult scenarios. And when you go behind in games, what you sort of put that down to?
You never want to go down in games. I think they understand that they believe that they can create chances and score goals. So even if we do go behind in games, they believe there's a route back into the game. But it's not easy because you can start to panic a little bit in those situations. But I haven't seen any of that. I think they've sticked very disciplined to the plan and to the way we play and not veered off that too much, and that is ultimately why we've managed to get back into games and go on and win. You want to score the first goal, but sometimes you can't, and it's about not panicking and staying clear in what you're trying to do.
Of course, we spoke a lot about the win streak recently. Is there a real belief amongst the squad that they can keep that going and keep this intensity?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's something that one day they can kind of look back on and say, wow, however many years, 78 years, 7 games in a row, league games for this club is some achievement, but that's something for the future. It's about always focusing on the next game. The next game is another new challenge, another chance to win. Games can go in every which direction, but you have to try and impose your game on the opposition and keep the belief that you can win, and that's what we'll try and do.
We mentioned briefly a couple of slow starts in games. Is that something that you've addressed with the squad, or is it something that doesn't concern you too much at this point?
It's not ideal. I think it's one of those things you can chase that a little bit and overthink it and try and change too many things in the lead up to games. I just think a little bit of aggression maybe at the start of a game, and we haven't really been flying from minute one. And I think oppositions come with a lot of energy and really put that in those early stages, whether that's the duels or forward runs or how they press us. And I think there's a real energy about the opposition in the early stages, which we need to be ready to match. And then as the game goes on, they tend to lose that energy. So it's just an awareness from our point of view.
Yeah, at the same time as well, your side have been so dominant in the second halves of games as well. What have you put that down to, and has that been sort of your biggest strength so far?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things. I think the way we play, obviously we've got a lot of ball possession, which means every time we have the ball, the opposition doesn't and has to react and chase our passes or our movements, which is fatiguing them a lot. So as the game goes on, we've got good fitness levels anyway, but combine that with the fact that we've had more of the ball, then we look physically stronger in a lot of cases. And then our bench, bringing on substitutes to keep the energy high, usually 4 or even 5 substitutes being used keeps the energy levels up. So yeah, I think for us that's very important to me. Energy, intensity, how we train every day, making it difficult for the oppositions physically to live with us.
Yeah, you made the decision to start Ryan Allsop, of course, against Huddersfield. It was always clear that there wouldn't be a traditional number 1 and number 2 goalkeeper situation here. Did you just feel like it was the right time to give him a go? Yeah,
I think it was a gut feeling that it was a good opportunity for Ryan to play. Bailey's done very well for the club. Has been part of that winning run and had some big moments along the way. But as you said, they're two. It'd be unfair to call them number 2s, and also unfair to say that one's a number 1 and the other isn't. So they're both strong goalkeepers and both will play this season. And I thought Ryan came in and he was very calm on the ball, very assured in what he had to do, and I thought he played very well.
Looking at Charlton themselves, they started really well in the league. Of course, I think they won their first 3 and they were right there at the top of the table. Of course, they've fallen off a little bit since then. How are you expecting Nathan Jones to set them up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting a really difficult game. They're one of the still one of the promotion favourites. There's, we spent money in the summer to make the squad stronger. Difficult venue to go for any away team. I'm expecting, them to really try and come after us with a lot of aggression and energy and how they play, and styles in general quite direct. So they like to get the ball forward, crosses in the box and set pieces, and we're going to have to stand up to these challenges we're going to face. So one of the hardest away games of the season, without doubt. So regardless of the fact they've lost 3 games in a row, it's going to be a big test for us. It's
about a month and a half on since Brandon Kaler scored that brilliant winning goal there in the Valley, at the Valley in the Cup. Do you foresee it being a bit of a different game tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, both early season games, both probably change players for the game, but I think it will be different. It's a league game. I think there'll be a bit more intensity to it probably than that night, but the way the game unfolded, I think there might be similarities there, but and on the day we played very well, and it was a great win for us, our first win of the season, and with the away fans celebrating at the end was something pretty special. So hopefully we can be doing that again.
We've also seen you use Willum Willumsson more on the right recently. How impressed have you been with the way he's impacted games from slightly wider areas? Yeah, good. I mean, he can play and did play also for his last club and his country off the right. He's not one of those that he's out wide and he's going to go on the outside and beat a man and cross a ball, and he's going to invert and find the space on the inside of the pitch from that position. So, yeah, he can play that area, and when he does do it, he's sort of coming in onto his left foot and can make passes from there. So, yeah, I mean, Willum is a very good technical player, intelligent player, disciplined, will do a job for the team, and I think in the last 2 or 3 games he's made a really significant contribution. In terms of team news, Dion Sanderson had 45 minutes with the 21s earlier this week. Is he perhaps the closest one to a return of the injured lads? Yeah, he's closest to return. Yeah, he's been training and got some minutes under his belt, and day by day getting stronger. Ethan's a bit further behind, Lee also a bit further behind, and Luke as well. So they're getting there, but he's the one that's closest. Just finally, we've had multiple international call-ups again. Is that a big testimony to how well these players have been performing in the squad at the moment, particularly Paik managing to force his way back into that South Korea squad? Absolutely. I mean, there won't be many players in League One that managed to get into a squad of South Korea's quality. Exceptional players they have. So for him to get in there is and it's all credit to Paik. He's a very good player, but he's a really humble guy, works extremely hard every single day. No doubt in his mentality, whatever we're doing in training or in games, you just know he's going to be fully focused and committed. And he fully deserves that recognition. Not an easy thing to do, because people would always look and say, well, he's not playing at this level or that level. So you have to be doing a lot of things right to get that call up, and full credit to him. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.